these two, Brad Riddell versus Alex de Silva. Again, Zach, take it away, mate.
Well, this is an interesting fight here because you have Brad Riddell as a pretty big favorite, obviously. His last win was a split decision in the UFC, another unanimous decision in the UFC. It was on the Izzy Whitaker card. He hasn't, blown me away really in the UFC. And Alex de Silva has a lot more experience, but he's the big underdog. This is Alex de Silva has more experience. He's younger. He lost via guillotine in the UFC, but he's also won via doctor stoppage and a guillotine himself recently. I don't know. It's hard. This is a hard one for me, but I kind of like the underdog Alex in this one to maybe pull an upset. I mean, obviously Riddell's tough and could give him all he can handle and should win the fight. But I think Alex de Silva, actually, this might be one where I might go with the underdog.
So when I said I'm not going against City Kickboxing on this card, I meant it. That'll give you a preview of who I'm going to be talking about for our main event. I'll start with Silva, though. What I don't like when I'm watching tape on Silva, I like what I see objectively. I like seeing a dude hit his opponent hard and follow it up instantly with big ground and pound. But what I didn't really see was him pulling it off against anybody that seemed to every time. I mean, I saw this a bunch of times where he would pull that off and he'd win the fight like that. But every single dude didn't do anything didn't have any idea what they were supposed to do after they got hit real hard and went down to the ground. The ground and pound was open. He beat him up on the ground. And that was kind of the end of it. And so, you got to admire the accurate violence that he puts out, but I didn't see too much defense being put up against it ever. So I don't know how he's going to do against somebody that has experienced some heavy ground and pound before. Riddell, I like a lot. I mean, City Kickboxing, he's got over 75 professional kickboxing matches. This man's a striker. He's a technical striker. He's accurate. He's fast. He's athletic. He's in great shape. He could go 3 rounds. He could go 5 rounds. I'll bet you. No problem. I mean, those guys are in great shape down there. I think Riddell gets it done pretty easily on the feet. Honestly, I don't see Silva coming in and hitting him with some huge shot that he hasn't seen before or didn't see coming. I don't see Silva getting him on the ground and being able to just openly beat his face up. I don't really see a way for Silva to win this fight. And I saw Riddell at an over 300 favorite or under more than 300 favorite. So I don't think I'd bet on this fight in any way either.
You're muted, brother.
I think you're muted, Fractured.
My fault. Yeah, I'm with you, Werner. I like Brad Riddell. I don't know how you say it. I think the attributes are pretty similar. Same height, same age, I believe. I don't know. But how Zach said that Alex has the experience advantage, I do think he does obviously have more MMA fights, but I don't know, the level of competition might not be up to par, like Werner was saying. He's got 13 TKO wins, 7 sub wins. But overall, I just think Brad has the advantage striking. Like I really like his stand-up work that he was doing. He'll rip the body. He's got slick footwork. He likes to keep distance and range, keep it at his range. He's good at stuffing takedowns. So I like Alex de Silva too. I think he's a good fighter in his own right. But up against Brad, I'm definitely going to go Brad. Probably via TKO. I just think his striking is a little bit too polished, a little bit too powerful. And before that line was minus 300, I think I got him, or I parlayed him at like minus 270 or something like that. So yeah, I'm taking Brad in this one. But like I said, I like Alex. I think he's a good fighter in his own right.
Yeah, I'm going to echo with the last two guys. I'm going to go with Brad Riddell on this one too. Initially looking at it, I mean, you're looking at these guys' records. Alex de Silva's, he's 21-2. Brad Riddell's 8-1. So you would think the experience more on Alex's side, but like I said, I'm going to echo what you just touched on. I don't think he's fought that level of competition. So maybe that 21's a little bit padded. I'd probably lay off this fight. But if I'm going to pick a winner, I think Brad's going to be too much for him. Can't stand up will be too much for him. So I'll take Brad.
I think this is the sleeper of the card. I think this could be very, very entertaining. Two guys with very good stand-up. But I mean, again, echoing what Bernard said earlier. Riddell's been so impressive with the technical striking. His fights against, in particular, the Malarkey one was fantastic. He's been very enjoyable to watch. I think this could really go either way. But I think I'm leaning towards Riddell on this one. I wouldn't put money on it, though. I'll go with a decision.
Yeah, totally agree. Obviously, you look at De Silva on paper. I mean, it's just crazy at such a young age to have that many professional bouts under your belt. But again, as all of you boys have said, whether they've been against the top level guys, I doubt it indeed. I mean, you look at Riddell, obviously, again, as you boys have been saying, he's just well polished in terms of his striking approach. I like this matchup on paper. Again, I'm probably going to have to back the majority on this one and go for Riddell. I think he gets the finish later on, though. I think he gets it done in the third round via TKO.